Heuristic process redesign operates typically according to a 5-step process. First, we try to say, what are we trying to improve? Are we trying to improve time? Are we trying to improve cost? Are we trying to improve flexibility? And so on. We then catalog a series of issues that are going to be relevant with respect to our goals. These issues come from the issue register. Having identified the goals and the issues that are relevant to those goals, the next step is to put specific performance measures behind those goals and to set targets for the redesign initiative. These performance measures, as we have seen before, will span across the multiple dimensions that are reflected in the redesign goals. The third step is then to take the as-is process model and brainstorm, according to a set of redesign heuristics, what changes can be made in order to achieve the performance targets. We then analyze the trade-off between these redesign heuristics, and that leads us to a number of redesign options. We analyze those redesign options and we prioritize them, and we determine which issues should go forward and be implemented. We then implement those changes. We observe and monitor the process to see the effect of those changes with respect to the performance measures and targets we previously identified, and then we iteratively improve the process. Heuristic redesign relies on a number of heuristics that strike trade-off between 4 performance dimensions. 3 of them, we have already seen them: cost, time, and quality. And the 4th one we are going to see in a moment corresponds to flexibility. And you can see these quality dimensions as being the ends of a so-called devil's quadrangle, which is like one of those toys that when you stretch in one direction, shrinks in the other direction, and so on. So when you gain in one direction, you lose necessarily in the other direction. Flexibility is defined as the ability to react to changes. Changes in the context of a process, in the workload of the process, for example, the arrival rate, the rate at which new process instances are being created, or changes in the demands of customers or in the expectations of customers with respect to certain types of instances of the process. Or it can be changes in the resources that are performing the process workers, in their availability or in their performance, or changes in the performance and availability of business partners such as suppliers upon which the business process relies. We can distinguish different forms of flexibility. We have on the one hand resource flexibility, which is the ability for the resources, for example the process workers, to change roles and adapt their performance depending on the circumstances. Process flexibility, which is in essence the ability for the process to morph itself and change on the fly depending on the context. And the management flexibility, which is the ability for the management overseeing the process to quickly adapt the decision logic, the resource allocation, and the organization of the process in order to react to external changes.